Hi, my name is Kimberly. Welcome to my channel. I live part-time on cruise ships. I'm currently on my 9th cruise in the last 4.5 months. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are pushing towards 500, and I would appreciate it if you would be number 492, 93, 94, you know what I'm trying to say. And I'm coming to you from the library/game room of the Carnival Glory. It was the only quiet place I could find to shoot this video. Hashtag I love this class of ship because they still have the libraries. So hashtag bring back the libraries on cruise ships. So I wanted to talk to you all, not about this cruise right now. I have a whole series of videos coming up from this cruise, but I want to talk to you about my last cruise. Last week I was on Margaritaville at Sea Paradise. It was my second time on Paradise. I sailed Paradise in December, and I sailed Paradise at the end of February. So not too far apart, but I saw so many differences. And that's what I wanted to come and talk to you all about, are the differences that I saw. I do have a whole series of videos on Margaritaville at Sea Paradise. I have vlogs, I have information on how I got my free cruise from them, how you could possibly get a free cruise from them. I have the breakdown of exactly what I spent on my first cruise. I have a video coming up, which is going to be exactly what I spent on my second cruise, like down to the penny with them. But this video is about the changes that I saw in that short period of time. And I did see changes. And in my opinion, they were all for the better. I enjoyed my first cruise with them. Let's say my first cruise with them, I would give like a 7.5 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. And this cruise, I would have given it an 8.5, possibly a 9 out of 10. Okay, so I don't know if that's a fair thing because one is a little bit further away in my memory and the other one is just last week, but those are the numbers that I can say right now. Let's get to 5 major changes that I've seen with Margaritaville Paradise. Margaritaville at Sea Paradise. Y'all, so before we get to the 5 changes I saw with Margaritaville at Sea Paradise since my original sailing with them, let me just say I just spent 2 hours in the hot tub on the deck, so I know I may not look presentable, but please let me present anyway. Okay, I'll do better next time. All right, so the first major change that I've noticed is on their website. I did a whole video about how Margaritaville at Sea was the only cruise line that I knew of that still did pricing the old way, where the advertised pricing was just the cruise fare. And then you had to click through and put in your information and almost completely book the cruise before you got to see what your government taxes, port fees, fuel charges, all those things were going to add to it. The website is different now. Like I literally just did that video a few weeks ago, and now when you go on the website, now it did say I was a beta tester, but every time I've gone on the website, it's selected me as a beta tester. So I don't know if I'm actually a beta tester or if that's just what they're saying right now. But now when I go on the Margaritaville at Sea website, I actually see the total price, which I love. You see the total price. So that kind of brings it into industry standards as far as what other cruise lines are doing. So when you go on the homepage and it says you can take this sailing for $179 per person, that's it. $179 per person is the price. Of course, double occupancy, you would multiply that times 2. So that is fantastic. That's a change that I'm here for. Woo! The second change that I noticed, and my daughter didn't notice a change because she was a first-time sailor on that cruise line, but she did notice the food was so good. Everything we ate was so good. On my last video, I did a vlog for day 1 and a vlog for day 2. At one point during the vlog for day 2, I was passing by guest services. There were some people in line that I had chatted with a little bit during the cruise, and I asked them to give me their take on the cruise. Was it worth it? Because that's the big question everybody asked was, with this cruise line, is it worth it? So I just said, did you feel like it was worth it? And one of the ladies said that the food was so good. She said I didn't have to put salt, I didn't have to put pepper on anything. And I 100% agree. The menu was the same. as far as I could tell from my original sailing, but the food was so good. Everything was seasoned. I feel like the food was better than what I have experienced on Carnival. And I love Carnival. I'm not a Carnival hater. Most of my cruising is on Carnival. I'm on Carnival right now. But the food was so good. So that is going to be the second thing. The second change that I noticed is that the quality of the food, y'all, has really improved. The third thing that I noticed is that I feel like the ship looked better. It still looks aged. You can still see I can see that on this sailing though. I almost took some pictures because I did take some pictures from Margaritaville at Sea Paradise, just because people complain about how the condition of the ship and the condition of the fixtures and things like that. It's never affected my cruise, but I wanted to give an honest review, so I did take some pictures of a few things that I saw. But I feel like they have made so many improvements on just the upkeep of the ship. You can tell that they've been working hard to make the ship more presentable. I did still see some things, but you could see a big difference in the upkeep of the ship. Change number 4. The first time I sailed it, they only had valet parking. This time they give you the option of valet parking or self-parking. I can't remember the amounts. I'll try to put them on the screen right here. If my internet cooperates, because I am on a cruise ship, I'll try to put them on the screen right here. I'll look it up. That you have the choice now of valet or self-parking. However, I didn't have the choice because when I got there that day, they were only doing self-parking. But on a typical day, you're supposed to have your choice of valet parking or self-parking. So that is change number 4. Change number 5 is that they have increased your required gratuity. They've increased the amount of per person per day gratuities. The new amount is $20 per person per day. I'll put the old amount if I'm able to, but the new amount is $20 per person per day. And I think that increase just went into effect in February sometime, but they have increased that. So that is change number 5. Here's a little bonus change that won't apply to everybody. The first time I sailed it, when I got to the port, they looked me up. They said, you're VIP. And they directed me to get in a particular line. I paid for a VIP package, so I got in that line, didn't have to wait in the main line. This time when I got there, they looked me up, said I'm VIP. They gave me a flip-flop, like a Dollar Tree flip-flop that had VIP written in Sharpie on it. I put it in my vlog, and told me to go to a separate room. So this time VIPs went to a separate room to check in, and then you could go to the other lounge area, but your check-in was in like a private room. Super quick, super fast. So that's a little bonus change. The thing with this cruise line, and I do love this cruise line, is that they are changing and growing. Every time you turn around, they're adding new stops. They just added a new ship recently. Not just, it's been a minute, but it's recently, that leaves out of Tampa, the Islander. They're adding new ports that they visit. The Paradise used to just do 2-day sailings. They are now doing 3-day sailings and even longer than 3-day sailings. And they're just changing and growing so much, and I'm here for it. They have the best customer service at sea, in my opinion. And they just won an award, a Cruise Critic Award. I'll try to post a picture of that in here also. And so they beat out all the big dogs. So don't sleep on this cruise line. Don't listen to what somebody else says. It might not be for you, but it just might. It's definitely for me. I'll be back on it again. But yeah, go and check it out for yourself. The only complaint I have about this ship, and it's not really a complaint, yes, I have seen things that need to be replaced. The seating in every area of the ship is beautiful except for the Euphoria Lounge. I don't know if they're fixing it up one room at a time. I mean, that's how I do my house. So maybe that's how they do in their ship, one room at a time. The Euphoria Lounge is the only place where I saw really chairs and bar stools that just really probably don't need to see another day. You know what I'm saying? But all the other seating everywhere was just absolutely beautiful. But still, I hung out in the Euphoria Lounge every evening. That's my spot. I love the Euphoria Lounge. I love the entertainment that they provide in there. The only complaint I have is I don't like the 2-day sailings. So that's not really a complaint. I chose them. I chose the 2-day sailings initially because I just didn't know if I was gonna like it. And if I didn't like it, I wanted to be on there for as little time as possible. And then this recent time last week, it was because they gave me a free 2-day sailing, so I didn't have a choice. But that's the only thing I don't like about it. So the next time I do it, I'll definitely opt for a longer sailing. I had a fantastic time. My daughter had a fantastic time. I'll add the link in the description box below of my Margaritaville at Sea Paradise playlist. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to the video and leave me a comment. And if you have any questions, of course, you can comment those below. And if I'm able to answer them, I will answer them. And I will see you all on the next video and hopefully one day at sea. Bye-bye.